Hey y'all, this week's episode of The Read is being brought to you by Talkspace, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. The Talkspace platform has over 2,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing life challenges that we all face. So to match with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/read and use the code READ to get $45 off your first month and show your support for the podcast today. That's Talkspace.com/read. Go get some help and let's move on.
Hey y'all, today's episode also comes to you from Squarespace. With Squarespace, you can turn your great ideas into reality with beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything. It is incredibly easy to make a beautiful website for yourself. But if you do get stuck, Squarespace has 24/7 award-winning customer support there to help. I've used them before. They are very clutch. So go ahead and head over to squarespace.com/read for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/read, offer code READ. Build something great. Now let's start the show.
When we crashed, my entire life flashed before my eyes. It didn't take too long.
It rings a bell.
I'm sure you've seen this movie. It's a classic.
Okay. It rings a bell.
And it's not one of those movies that's like, I was too old for that. I wasn't watching that movie.
Is that like an impression of me?
No, it wasn't. I don't know what that was.
No, I love it a lot. Do you have another quote?
Sure.
Okay, great.
And then what? Then you'll smack me? You'll go to jail too. I'll tell them after a Big B ate my brother, you smacked me around. No jury in the world would fail to convict you.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
Yay! Woo! Hallelujah. The Big B is what tipped it off.
I knew that's what it was. I should have waited. I should have made that one the last quote. Because my last quote was my favorite quote, which is, hey, wait, I get it. French class.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I got to go back and watch it.
I watched that movie a million times as a kid, and I don't know, maybe that should have been one of the first signs that I liked creepy and scary things, because I actually found that movie to be very creepy and scary when I was a kid, especially a lot of the like sound design.
Okay.
I distinctly remember, I haven't watched this in years, by the way, but I distinctly remember there was a part where where Rick Moranis' character, whatever, I don't remember his name.
That's the daddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Zelensky, the dad.
Yeah.
When he, I think, starts to realize that he shrunk the kids, and he's trying to find them in the attic, and he's crawling around on the ground, and then he like crawls up into the broom and realizes that he swept them outside into the trash.
This, yes.
Like the sound in that scene, I remember was so creepy. It was like an organ or something.
Okay.
I remember being a kid and being like, this movie is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. That's how I felt about the bee.
Yeah.
That big ass bee.
The bee scared me. The scorpion that killed the ant ruined my life. Oh my God. First of all, I still think the scorpions are the most useless creatures. And then the fact that it murdered that ant that they made friends with.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, shit happens.
They shared that oatmeal cream pie. I've seen this movie so many times. Anyways, welcome back to The Read, guys. I am Bismuth.
Oh, Bismuth.
We only have a few more days.
I know. I was like, oh, look, you just, And I don't want to, okay, never mind.
You don't want to what?
Nothing. I can't say it yet. I have to wait till it actually happens, and then you'll see it and be surprised. But anyway,
what?
I am Michelle.
Do you know Steven Universe things that I don't know?
Kind of, but not related to the show. There's something related to Steven Universe, though, that has something to do with us that you'll find out about soon.
Shut your whore mouth.
It's not like, we're not like going to be on the show. It's not that. No, calm down. Speaking of, I finally got that poster that Estelle gave us with the whole cast that signed it.
Oh, yeah.
Finally got that framed. Finally, just need to hang it up somewhere so niggas can't ruin it.
What a great show.
So good.
So many interesting.
Bitch, White Diamond, though? I cannot wait.
I just rewatched the last episode.
I cannot wait.
A couple of days ago. I can't wait to see Stephen cross-dress and his mom's outfit. I can't wait to
Garnet's wedding was everything. It was everything. That bitch had on a gown and a tux. When will your fave? Ugh.
And it was so beautifully designed.
God, it was just so good. What a show.
Anyways.
Shout out to Rebecca Sugar.
Welcome back. New episode of The Read here. Still going on all these years later.
Believe it or not.
Here we are. Black Excellence this week goes out to...
I'm sorry. I almost got us the OGs a loudspeaker, but then I decided not to be.
But you just
messy.
did.
I know. I'm sorry. What's Black Excellence?
Howard University freshman Kennedy Mack is the first African American woman to be crowned Miss Texas Teen USA, beating out loads and loads of Texas white teens. To get this honor, first of all, I just wanted to celebrate her because she's beautiful. She goes to Howard, and because I feel like first black anything out of Texas is still a huge achievement. Yeah. Beyonce and all. So,
right.
Congratulations to her, pageant sisters. Do they call each other sisters in pageant?
I think they do when they get along. But most of them are probably just like, fake sisters, like smiling that bitch face, and when it's over, be like, ugh, hope I never see that hoe again.
Oh, they probably hate this bitch.
Well, yeah, you know they do. You know they do.
Too bad you lost and she won. So congratulations to Kennedy Mack. Do great things out there with your sash. It's a sash.
Yeah.
Yes.
And probably a tiara and all that.
I was
other
thinking
shit too.
satchel, but that's like a small bag.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Moving on to this week in Hot Tops. Children of Bottom and Bone.
Why would you do this?
Here we are, another week.
Oh, I'm delighted.
First off, tits on Tumblr. It's looking like it's not going to be a thing for much longer. Nude bare tits, anyway.
Yeah, no more porn.
Porn's getting the crackdown on Tumblr starting, December 17th. You can look to expect a lack of ball sack on Tumblr thereafter. So I didn't realize that Tumblr, they cashed out. They sold to like Yahoo or Verizon some years ago. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, they've slowly but surely
like everybody knew would happen. As soon as they sold to Yahoo, everybody was like, there goes Tumblr.
There's the porn.
And now here they are.
Yep.
No more female presenting nipples, whatever that is.
They started small. They first started this whole first they, I think, started... they changed the policy very clearly, and they started adding, and they changed the adult tags around.
Yeah.
And then they added this safe mode thing. Right.
Yeah, that too.
Even the safe mode
also fine, right?
Thing, right. Because Tumblr, again, accessible by anyone. Your 2-year-old could just hop on Tumblr and see who are the new Chino Black getting topped. I don't know.
Don't know that person, but fine.
So the internet has been reacting to the news, mostly negatively. Let's see what some of the girls say. Cat Black says, when Tumblr gets rid of porn, I'm literally never going to have a reason to use Tumblr anymore.
Wow. I literally never look at porn on Tumblr. Am I the only one?
No, I've never gone to Tumblr to see porn.
Okay.
But I've been sent to Tumblr while porn
looking for
searching.
Porn? Okay.
Because look,
a lot of porn lives on Tumblr.
My Vidster basically is a website that houses other players.
Right.
So there are sometimes you'll be on my Vidster and there's video from Tumblr. And then you end up on a deep dive.
Got you.
In Tumblr porn.
Okay.
But I've never gone on Tumblr just to look up porn. Although I know it's a huge thing. In fact, porn on Tumblr was a huge part of Tumblr's popularity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I read all about this. Yeah.
I'm such an annie. I had no idea.
early Tumblr porn, I guess.
Come on, give us the Tumblr lore.
Okay, so a lot of people, I guess, really loved not only just like hardcore, I'm getting my king soft porn, but also like erotic art and things of that nature. And it's placed in Tumblr in a really like easy interface. It's not like Twitter or Instagram where there's a whole bunch of clicking and back and going forth and captions and all this. Right. It's like video, photo, and you've got an endless stream on your timeline of just, if you just want adult content on Tumblr, you could just scroll and scroll and scroll for that whole...
to your heart's content.
Period.
Right. Okay.
And so I guess that was a great... I don't know, that was sort of a hook for a lot of people. Just the ease and classiness.
No, that can't be it. That's not it.
The way it's curated.
Okay. So is it like, I don't know.
It's not like going to like Pornhub and having them deal with 18 pop-up videos before you actually get to the intro of the video. Or all of this other. It's just almost like a really streamlined way of getting all kinds of adult stuff.
Gotcha.
But yes, then, you know, the people behind Tumblr said that they would like their money, please. And so they sold it. And now the white people who are running things feel like, bitch, we're not trying to hear that fuck shit. Okay.
Has Tumblr grown since Yahoo bought it? Because I feel like it probably hasn't.
I think that Tumblr was peak Tumblr prior to it being acquired by whoever owns it today. But their current CEO said on a post on Monday, we spent considerable time weighing the pros and cons of expression in the community that includes adult content. In doing so, it became clear that without this content, we have the opportunity to create a place where more people feel comfortable expressing themselves. Bottom line, there are no shortage of sites on the internet that feature adult content. We will leave it to them and focus our efforts on creating the most welcoming environment possible for our community. So I feel mixed about this. Okay. Because when I first heard about this ban, I thought to myself, this means nothing to me or my penis because I'm 31. I know countless ways to get porn if that's what I want that don't include Tumblr and really never have. Right. However, I disagree with this because you're saying it became clear that without this content, we have the opportunity to create a place where more people feel comfortable expressing themselves. Sure, but I don't think that there was trouble with self-expression on Tumblr with porn being included. Right. I don't think that anybody was having trouble expressing themselves
or not feeling welcome on Tumblr
because of porn.
Yeah, no.
So I don't. In fact, one person on Twitter, Matt Blassi, says, Bella Sai. Sorry, sweetie. Tumblr can take away porn, but it can never take away the memories I'll have of scrolling through my dashboard at work, praying unsuccessfully to avoid the appearance of a rogue, gaping asshole. So many people were just, whether it was Sailor Moon gifs or Sailor Moon role play porn.
Right. I mean, Tumblr is what you make it. If you follow people who reblog or post porn, then that's what you're going to see. I have never seen porn on my dash because I have pretty much always used Tumblr as a way to either like express what I'm going through at the moment. They have a lot of fun GIFs over there, some really good photo sets. And the whole, you know, social justice warrior thing. Everybody's like, you know, ultra into being progressive and all that. Like, that's how I have used Tumblr. This whole porn thing means nothing to me. So on the one hand, when they say, you know, there's a million sites to get porn, I'm like, true, there is. But then that explanation they just gave is bullshit. Like, that whole, our community would be more welcoming without it. Like, you can have a porn-free existence on Tumblr for years, like I have. It just depends on who you follow. So that just doesn't make sense.
And with the safe mode shit that they've had for the past year or however many, you really wouldn't even have so much trouble bumping into it if you really didn't want to. Yeah. You know, so.
Literally, Exhibit A right here. Never seen porn on my dash.
I don't really get it. So, you know.
Either. Why do this?
The other day, I got a message from someone who sent me like a meme or some sort of a GIF, but it was on Tumblr. And I only had my phone at the time. And you know, when you click on anything that is related to Tumblr, Instagram, whatever, now on your iPhone, it takes you to the app. Right. And if you go to the website says use the app. Yes, so I tried to look at this thing and I couldn't look at it because I didn't have the app. So I went to the app store, you remember, and I was like, where's Tumblr? Tumblr's not on the app store. And for the life of me, I could not figure out why this shit was missing. And then when we got on the plane to come back over here from Denver, I read this article that said there was some website, or I don't know if it was more than one, that had child porn on it, of course. And so because of that...
Y'all got kitty porn on Tumblr? What the fuck, man?
So because of that, Apple snatched Tumblr off of their app store and said, girl, you get that fuck shit together, bitch, because other than that, we're not hearing nothing about it. But I still feel like that could be... that can be managed without the removal of all porn. Again, I don't care if there's porn on Tumblr or not, personally.
Right.
But I understand why other people do. Yeah. And I also saw some people saying that they feel like it's also meant to be a crackdown on sex work or sex workers, or...
so it's not just about eliminating child? Because,
well, not at all. Now it's just about eliminating nudity, period, in sex. But, I don't know.
Is there no way that they can say, look, if there's nudity, it has to be, everybody has to be 18 plus?
I feel like that's what everybody who does porn says.
Why does it?
Most of them.
Like, nobody with good sense wants child porn on Tumblr or anywhere else in existence.
Like, even if you go to fucking Bang Bus, or like the seediest porn website that you can think of, most of the videos start with all participants in this video are above the age of 18. So I don't get it. But.
Even though a lot of porn is marketed as like barely legal, or 18-year-old such and such, 19-year-old co-eds, and it's like gross.
Weird.
Do you want people to think that these children or these girls are like underage? Because that's nasty. That is nasty.
I've always thought that.
So I guess this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, but I do know that not being on the App Store is the kiss of death for social media. And
that's true. Which makes
Tumblr
sense.
is probably doing whatever they can to get back on the App Store.
But look, all of it goes. Everything goes. All of it has to go. We don't want to hear none of your shit.
Titties out. Which is, that's the thing. Like, y'all are trying to do something good maybe by curtailing the child porn, but then you're overreaching and affecting all these people who are like, dude, I'm just trying to sell, shots of my titties for $5 or whatever. Like, how dare you hate on the hustle?
This leads to a lot of OnlyFans pages.
Oh, well, and I heard OnlyFans is quite lucrative for some of you girls.
What are they supposed to do then? How do they advertise their OnlyFans? Seriously. Chance the Rapper says they banning nipples on Tumblr, but I'm seeing people get murdered graphically every day on this app being Twitter. Like real snuff videos, non-related to police shooting. What the fuck, yo? That shit, honestly, terrible for my mental and fucking up how I value human life. Help at Twitter support.
Well, first of all, you out your fucking mind if you think Twitter is gonna give a damn about, us being disturbed by the content posted there. They live for that.
They don't care.
Twitter does not care. And they will bend the terms of service and their rules to whatever will make them the most amount of money. So if y'all are watching, I don't want to get into all that. I want to stick to Tumblr and how this seems dumb, but also I guess I don't really expect anything better out of Yahoo. Like, you could just get rid of the child porn. Why can't you just do that?
I don't know.
Ugh, God bless whoever's job it is to go look through the porn on Tumblr and determine which is like child porn.
I guess they don't have to. Like, now they're just going to snatch it all off.
Well, so I'm sorry for the people who make money off of Tumblr doing consensual adult legal things, because that sucks for y'all to lose this avenue.
Jaden Smith.
What?
Has doubled down on... News story.
Oh.
Jaden Smith.
I thought Jaden chimed in on Tumblr porn.
I could have expressed that better. Jaden Smith has doubled down on the rumors he started not too long ago about dating Tyler, the Creator. He recently appeared on Beats One, I'm assuming to promote music and tour and such. And he said that he recently said Tyler Creator. He said, I recently said that Tyler Creator is my boyfriend, and that is true. Just so you know. All right. I feel like, Jaden, great. For everybody involved. Again, what I said prior still stands. I will take this over the way that hip hop usually treats the gay community, gay things.
Same.
I don't really understand all of the discussion surrounding it. What I would love to see is something Janelle Tessa-esque, which is Jaden Smith and Tyler, the Creator, if this is true, just showing up to events, hip-hop and non-hip-hop events, you know, looking like a cute couple, not giving us PDA, but also giving us, I wonder what that is.
I mean, you know, just kind of like standing very close to one another when they walk down the red carpet.
Looking smitten.
Yeah, maybe one reaching for the other one's hand. Small things like that. You know, show me some black gay representation, because no shade, the niggas, I don't know what y'all are doing, but it's like y'all are allergic to being with each other. It's bad. So, I mean, also, I did not believe in this story when I first heard it. Don't necessarily still.
Yeah, I still don't know that I buy it. But whatever.
But if it is true, then, you know, great for y'all. And it's better than the blatant homophobia we've been subjected to for, you know, the past 30 years.
And this is the last time that y'all can talk about it. Like, you don't have to keep.
Yeah, I mean, you could just show us.
Yeah, or not.
Just, right. Or even better, you could just mind your business. That too. Because I like Jaden's music.
I like Jaden's music as well.
I like the one about Goku.
You just heard the one about Goku?
Yes, I did.
Alongside the video of him doing Kamehameha. Jaden is me, but in the right age.
But, you know, with age-appropriate activities.
Yep. So, all this is great. It's adorable. And you know what? There are a lot of young black and brown fans of both of these people. I'm sure most of their fans are white kids. Right. But there are a lot of people, white, brown, black, yellow, purple, green, cis, trans, hetero, whatever,
all that,
who I think this example, again, can do a lot of good with. Whether we see them walking down a red carpet or not, what I hope, again, this does is sets an example for younger hip-hop fans that look up to them to be like, oh, you gay? Okay, cool. What are we having for lunch?
Yes.
That is...
more of that.
That is, when I tell you, bare motherfucking minimum that I would like. Right. Of course, my rights, of course, my respect, and all of those things, don't get it twisted. But I wake up and I think, what am I going to eat today? like many others. And I would just like for it to be like a normal thing. Yes. Oh, you like that? Cool. I like this.
And that'd be that.
All right. Where's the chicken at?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Speaking of doubling down, Kevin Hart would like to remind us, not once, not twice, but 3 times that he wrong. So here we are today. After going on his SiriusXM show, Straight from the Heart, and rather than apologizing or ignoring the offensive birthday party they had for their baby Kenzo, the Cowboys and Indians theme, which again, was there no imagination in this planning process? I mean, with the budget and just the time. It is 1 year. You niggas had 12 months. And what you came up with and all of the possible parties with all of the money that you both have, Cowboys and Indians on Thanksgiving.
I just feel like this had to be Kevin's idea.
And yet, I would hope he spoke very passionately about it.
And Nico probably wanted a real party for her baby. Like, Cowboys and Indians, nigga, please. Like, how about Chanel and Versace? Like, let's have all the kids dress up just like incredibly nice and come do cute things.
50 Cent, fatherhood and 50 Cent we shouldn't even discuss. But for the baby that he claims, right? I don't know if it was his first baby. I don't know if it was his first birthday, second, or when. But not too long ago, his youngest son, they had like a Teen Titans Go party.
Oh, okay.
The child's mama was Starfire. 50 Cent was Cyborg. And I think maybe the baby was Robin.
You know you're saying words I don't know.
I know. Whatever. But that in itself, I think, is my point. Like,
yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Something for a kid, like something the kids are actually into.
The kid was probably watches the cartoon because the little kids love Teen Titans Go and shit.
Right.
And so they were like, oh, here's something that my child is actually showing interest in. Let's spend all of our riches on that. Cowboys, Kenzo, like what?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe Kenzo has a toy horsey or a living pony. I don't know. They're rich.
No.
But anyway.
1-year-olds do have, favorite things, toys and stuff. I mean, look at Olympia's Instagram. She's got her face.
Oh my God. The doll acknowledged me.
What? Really?
Yes. She was looking at the Lemonade compilation at $300.
Right.
She was looking at that.
Of course, Olympia's doll has that.
Of course. Just light reading. And I said, Stan K! And she was like, I think she just gave me like a beehive and a heart emoji back. So I was acknowledged by the doll of Olympia.
You are blessed, for real and sincerely. But however,
Olympia still.
Even if the baby has like a stuffed horse that it loves, that doesn't mean that you craft a whole birthday party around something as offensive as cowboy and Indians, especially on fucking Thanksgiving.
That is
just so dumb.
All of the missed steps.
So dumb, right?
Just nobody said anything.
And you could have just ignored it and been like, you know what? I'm gonna pay it. The internet might be mad, but damn it, I had a fun party for my baby, and that's all that matters. Like, you would be wrong, but you can do that.
Right. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It was wrong. It was offensive, and it deserved to be recognized as much. But this was a thing that, as a birthday party for a baby, for a 1-year-old, as offensive as it was, it could have been something that, again, was either ignored or was given a simple, hey, wasn't even thinking about it like that.
Yep,
our bad.
my bad.
The end.
Period.
You didn't go down to some fucking ranch and actually, like, lasso a bunch of real native, like, you weren't going around doing something just completely heinous and, like, inhumane.
Tacky and thoughtless. You put zero thought into that.
None.
No consideration at all for what it would look like.
So the fact that you came back and acknowledged it in the way that you did
over and over
was like mind-blowing to me.
Kevin
anyway,
Hart.
So he mentioned it on the radio show. He got dragged again because he deserved to. I mean, you saying that it was a game that you played when you were 6, not...
We don't care.
That may have been on the list of worst possible excuses.
Right.
And then bringing up the Cowboys and the Redskins playing. It's like somebody was like, here are all the things you shouldn't say. Just go wrong with that.
Here's a list of just everything really wrong. Have you heard of the Washington Redskins?
Yeah. Mention them. Native people love those.
Dumbass.
So then he got on Twitter and said, why is it so hard for people to find better things to do than be negative? Being angry is easy. Finding happiness within yourself is what's tough.
Because we're poor.
Tough spelled Tuff. I challenge everyone to find happiness in yourself. Fuck negativity. Maybe he ran out of characters. Yeah, it's so easy for you to say fuck negativity when you did something that offends an entire group of people, an entire race of people, and
a race that has had to fight for their humanity since white folks showed up.
And your party is literally themed around their genocide.
It's genocide when you're playing.
The theme, it wasn't even like Indian party. Like, it was cowboys. Which would have been
bad enough.
Right. Still would have been shit.
Right.
Still would have been shit.
It would have been shit.
I'm lost.
And on Thanksgiving, just as the cherry on the fucking top.
How are we missing the things? Kevin Hart, however, was still tapped by white people to host the Oscars next year.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because white people don't give a fuck about that.
That's true, they don't.
So he announced on his Instagram for years, I've been asked if I would ever host the Oscars, and my answer was always the same. I said that it would be the opportunity of a lifetime for me as a comedian, and that it will happen when it's supposed to. I am happy to say that the day has finally come for me to host the Oscars. I'm blown away simply because this has been a goal on my list for a long time. To be able to join the legendary list of hosts that have graced that stage is unbelievable. I know my mom is smiling from ear to ear right now. I want to thank my family, friends, fans for supporting me and riding with me all this time. I will be sure to make this year's Oscars a special one. I appreciate the Academy for the opportunity. I even saw Ebony Magazine tweet this, funny enough. And the tweet said something like, the Oscars go for diversity or something like that. In the tweet about him hosting it, and I was like, what? 2 smooth days after this nigga's told each Native American, along with everybody else that was rightfully offended by that shit, to eat his ass, not once, but twice, amidst being wrong. Well, guys,
I guess, Ebony, y'all got to keep it real cute these days, because I ain't forgot about how you wouldn't let that baby come to your party. And I don't know how that turned out. I have a feeling she just didn't go.
Oh my gosh, Godfrey me. Somebody else, I think, is supposed to be honored or won an award for that same event. Who's a baby, like a little black girl. Oh God, who is it? It's another girl, but I saw somebody leave a caption that said, well, is she allowed to go? Can she go to the damn party?
Well, damn.
So this is literally the day after we talked about this.
Come on, blacks.
Anyways, what's next? Let's see here.
Love black people.
So model Winnie Harlow appeared on Watch What Happens Live recently and ruffled a few feathers when she said that America's Next Top Model did nothing for her career and nothing for any model's career.
Oh, well, I don't know about nothing.
And she said that a photographer actually in London, Nick Knight, saw her photos online. They did a campaign together. It went viral, and that is why she's the superstar model that she is today. Oof.
I don't know this was before she went on Top Model?
What? No, she said this like...
I mean, he saw the pictures of her.
No, definitely not.
Oh,
afterwards.
So then Top Model's still the reason that... Okay, girl, sure, whatever you say.
So Tyra went on Watch What Happens Live, I guess to promote that movie we ain't watching. And Life Size too.
She gotta get that wig redone, child.
Oh
my God.
Like, we barely scratched the surface of giving a shit about the first one. So
I liked Life Size, but I was a child then. I'm not gonna watch this.
Same.
I'm not gonna watch this. Sorry.
I mean, good for you. Tyra basically went on there and in her nice shady way said something along the lines of she loves all her girls even when they act out. And
oh, I do love that.
Essentially, Winnie knows what time it is.
I mean, and she should.
Eva also was on Watch What Happens Live because, she's a peach now. I haven't even I think I watched like half of an episode of this season.
Y'all can't get me to look at that. I'm sorry, I don't care. And that girl married to Ronnie DeVoe, child, that looks a mess as well. No, thank you.
1/3 of black.
Oh, right. She was in black. My bad. Should have said that part first. What's her name? Shawnee? Should.
I couldn't guess.
Okay.
Like, when I tell
like
you,
that.
I don't know. Janelope. LaFred.
It isn't. All right.
LaFred.
It isn't LaFred.
I think she was LaFred.
I feel really certain that it isn't LaFred.
I'm going to call her LaFred.
Okay, well, that's fine. But I just feel like that isn't her name.
So Eva went on Watch What Happens Live and said that we do know who she is, Winnie, because of Top Model. She said Drake knows who she is because of Top Model. And Wiz Khalifa knows her because of Top Model. Wiz Khalifa is her rumored boyfriend.
Oh,
I don't even think that's rumored. I'm pretty sure they just claim each other at this point. So... Well. The girls felt away about Winnie's comments. Winnie, I'm not reading all this. She went on Instagram and said, it has nothing to do with being ungrateful, and moreover, nothing to do with shade to Tyra. She was the first person of higher status to make me feel like I could be a model, and not only am I grateful for that, it's something I'll never forget. After being on the show, no one would book me, and no agency would sign me because of the reality TV stigma. Once I realized that, I stopped talking about it and grew my work base in Europe, yada, yada, yada. I had a big campaign. That's my truth. So she says that agencies told her that because, I guess, of her being on reality TV, they didn't want to book her and things of that nature. So she just feels like Top Model did nothing for her career whatsoever. And she wanted... she wanted young guys and girls who dream to be models to know how you really got to get started, which is to do some plain headshots and find a reputable modeling agency. Well, I mean, that's paraphrasing. I wasn't going to read this.
I feel like she isn't wrong about that. Probably a lot of agencies were like, girl, we are not dealing with that reality TV bullshit. Fuck out of here. Going somewhere with that. But the idea that we don't, that Top Model did nothing for her name at all is ridiculous.
Because the statement you made is still incorrect.
Right. Like, you can say Top Model didn't propel my career the way I thought it would, and I had to take time off and go over to Europe and build shit up with people who had never seen the show. Like, you can say that. That's fine. But you are a name in the West because of that show. Period. I don't know what you've modeled in. I don't care.
The words you used was, it did nothing for your career.
Yeah, that is just a lie.
And other models' careers as well, which I felt like was so ballsy. And the manner in which she said it was kind of like, man, girl, fuck that show. I built myself, bitch. The girls know who I am because of what? Winnie. So I'm so confused. Furthermore, you were on, I looked it up, the 21st season of that show. So how you watched 20 other groups of niggas go on to this show, and then it took you going on the show and experiencing it for yourself to be like, oh, I guess this doesn't make you the baddest model on earth when you win or lose. I don't.
Girl, you knew that, though. We all knew that.
We all did.
Very few of those girls turned around and we were like, oh, this bitch is in commercials.
She's everywhere.
She's in Coco Chanel ads. Like, that didn't happen. We know that. It was primarily for entertainment purposes, and y'all were just beautiful.
Furthermore, Eva was on, season 3? She wasn't nobody's Naomi or even anybody's Tyra. But I remember Eva going on to do a lot of work after that season.
I always thought Eva was gorgeous. I did. I remember thought she was just stunning.
I remember the premiere episode of that season. I saw Eva and I was like, this bitch gotta win. I want her to win. I like her little ghetto-ass attitude. She's so gorgeous. I want her to win.
That picture with the tarantula, it makes me uncomfortable, but it's so good.
I remember she was like super afraid. This isn't a look at what this is supposed to be a Top Model rewind. But yes, like I don't like even let's say you went on that show, you lost, which you did, and that you did. But even
that's fine.
People who have lost these shows, won the shows, it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
But you went on after that, and let's say you tried to get, signed on to agencies or whatever, nobody was trying to fuck with you. You're saying that a photographer somewhere saw your pictures. I would like to believe that the fan base, the following, the people that you touched, that you took away from Top Model. Let me remind you of the time that Winnie Harlow had a whole bunch of niggas on Tumblr, white people included, painting themselves half black, trying to do those.
Yes, she did have white people
giving themselves makeup vitiligo.
Oh my God!
To honor her, and she got mad at people dragging them,
and she got mad at us talking about they're just honoring and respect. I knew it was something about this name that didn't sound right.
I like her when she was on the show. To be honest with you, I never cared for her attitude.
Well, I didn't watch season 21 of Top Model, but the only reason I know who this girl is because she had vitiligo and was on that show.
I'd like to think that you built a strong enough and passionate enough fan base that they probably posted, tweeted, lived and loved so many photos. Like, you can't, I don't understand why you're acting like that did literally nothing for you. No, Tyra Banks didn't give you the career that you got now. Tyra Banks probably ain't the reason that you was in Lemonade. But to act like that didn't push you in no direction? Yeah. Come on, sis.
Right.
Like,
just
come on.
Girl.
What are you doing and why?
I mean, just to act like Top Model literally was nothing at all to your life and has nothing to do with the fact that you are a name is ridiculous.
Honey, she did not have fun on that motherfucking show. Honey. I guess not.
And fine that you want to distance yourself from it, but you ain't got to lie, Craig.
I'm pretty sure that she was the one, though, that had that photographer on the show who kept calling her his little cow or his little zebra.
What?
Or something like that. And she pulled him to the side. I'm pretty sure I did a read on this. She pulled him to the side and said something about not liking it and how, that was something that people used to call her and making fun of her. And this little European, wherever the fuck he was from, photographer, director, whoever he was, got pissed at her and was like, okay, well, I won't call you anything. Oh, no, I think he said panda. pasta. I think that's what maybe that's what it was.
Okay.
Either way, she didn't like it, rightfully so, and nicely said to please stop that. And he got pissed at her for it. So, I mean...
So you don't like being called a panda, but white people making themselves up to look like you is okay?
I don't.
Make it make sense.
I don't.
Make it make sense.
Anyway, girl, you're having a great time. You dating rappers, bitch, and Victoria's Secret and stuff. Good for you.
Ugh, Victoria's Secret.
Child, because another one.
But, all right.
What else do we got here? Do you want to... I'm going to skip over this Magic Johnson thing.
I didn't even hear about no Magic Johnson thing.
I just read this story that says Magic Johnson says he helped turn around Harlem. This is...
With the movie theater?
On page 6. Well, he's using the movie theater as well as Starbucks.
Yeah.
And some other things. Harlem. Yeah. I read this and I was like, Magic, when's the last time you've been to Harlem? Like,
don't brag about this, sir.
Because...
Even though they are putting a Shake Shack up on 125th and 5th.
Yes, but all this money that you're putting into these neighborhoods is raising the rent.
Rents, right.
It's forcing a lot of the black people what you claim to be doing it for out of their homes and neighborhoods and causing us to have to go to the regular black ass places that we've been going to and dealing with white people acting like it hasn't been there for decades and decades.
Yeah.
So I just
something else.
makes you wonder when's the last time you visited. But you know, Magic Johnson Theater is a black staple as well as a source of a great parody on the Proud Family.
It is. Yes, it is. It is definitely that. And if you want the authentic Negro movie-going experience, it doesn't get much better than Magic Johnson Theater.
Nigga, somebody said that Charlamagne dated Wizard Kelly because he posted that picture on Tiffany Haddish's birthday. You know, he never posts his
face.
Yeah. No, he never posts his wife's face.
Oh, Charlamagne.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I thought you meant we never saw Wizard. Oh, never.
Well, yes, but like. Anyway, he posted a picture of her pregnant belly on Tiffany Haddish's birthday, and of course, her face was not in it. Mm-hmm. And somebody in the comments said
called her
Wizard Kelly.
I mean, that's smart because people on the internet are fucking crazy.
She doesn't
deserve that.
He doesn't deserve it.
Charlamagne might deserve it, but his wife does.
No, he doesn't deserve her.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I was like, you're drinking Charlamagne, fine.
When I met her for the first time, I was like,
I think I apologized to her.
I did.
I was like, I'm so sorry you married to this man, girl. What?
I said, how do you do it? How do you...
She's the sweetest lady.
I remember she told me, like, he leaves that Charlamagne shit at work.
No, that's right.
Don't bring that shit into my house.
You better be Leonard when you come through this house.
That's the black shit I'm talking about, sister. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know they had another baby on the way. That's
yeah,
great.
me neither. I found out on that post.
Beautiful,
so congratulations to them.
Beautiful.
So speaking of babies, Cardi B's doing what's best for her and hers, allegedly. She hopped onto the gram last night after I saw some rumors of Offset cheating yet again, now with some very lame rapper girl. And
Sunny Bunny? Is that her name?
Oh, I don't even know if that's
Candy
the girl I was
Bunny?
thinking.
Something Bunny.
Bunny?
Yeah. The girl that Offset was like, let's have a threesome with you and Cash Doll? Smash Doll?
Oh, don't put Cash Doll
Reb
on this.
Dolls? What's her name? It's something doll.
Cuban
Doll.
I actually knew who she was. I just didn't want to say her name because she's trash.
Is it Sunny Bunny? I don't know what the other girl's name is, but she was the one crying on TMZ.
About this?
About how she apologizing to Cardi B for fucking Offset.
Oh, girl.
Talking about she didn't know their marriage was that serious.
Let me tell you something. Those booking fees can only take you so far, sis. Well, get your ass off the bitch.
On somewhere, girl.
Anyway, so Cardi got on Instagram with a beat face and no bra, shirt, anything. Like, do y'all, listen, do you just be at home, like, topless?
If your titties are fake, probably. No shade. Or small, one or the other.
I'm assuming, like, just when I'm asking, like, ladies, when you're at home by yourself, like, you just be like, with your titties out?
I mean, so that's the thing. Like, not really if you have big natural titties because you want something to hold them up. Like, you're probably not going to not wear like a super restrictive bra, or you might just put a t-shirt on without a bra underneath it. But Cardi's titties are pretty, I'm pretty sure they're enhanced.
They're perky boots.
So they just sit right on up regardless of what she does.
They're sitting up and I'm not looking at them.
Honestly, I might get a boob job just so I can do some shit like that. Like, I don't need implants. I just need them to
need anything.
I need them to install some kind of structure that keeps them standing up like that so they don't like hurt your back. You don't understand. I wish I could take them off. Just sometimes.
Corkscrew titties.
Just sometimes. But anyway.
So she got on there and basically in one of the calmest ways I've seen her speak, say that she and Offset had been trying to work things out for a while. It's not looking like it's gonna work out. She still has respect for him as her child's father, etc., etc. And they're gonna do what they gotta do for one another. And the caption says, "There you go. Peace and love." Offset left a comment underneath this video that just says, "Y'all won." And I'm guessing when he says y'all, he means the public?
Right.
I don't.
Did we want them to break up?
Because I didn't do shit.
I mean, I certainly didn't encourage you to go fuck all these hoes.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been cheating on her since like the day y'all got together.
I mean,
so I really don't see how we won.
Yeah.
Sounds like you won. You couldn't have possibly wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
Because you didn't do anything to make sure you could stay with her.
Yeah.
So what did we win? What did we get out of this?
We were only talking about the cheating that we found out about or heard about or saw things related to. Although he, of course, denies this latest scandal.
Okay, sure, Offset. There's no reason for me to not believe it, but all right.
I don't really believe any of this shit. I think that, it's incredibly possible. I see like a smooth 80% chance that these niggas get to fucking again. Probably. And he buys you a fucking, I don't know, Lamborghini, Phantom, one of you expensive rap cars, and maybe wraps it in a mural of the baby's face. And that just wets your pussy so bad that here you are again claiming them out in public. Because they're both ratchet.
Yeah,
and they're both birds. And that's how a lot of ratchet bird relationships, work out. But if she's sticking by this, good for you, sis. It's about motherfucking time. And who would have thought that two ratchet ass niggas who started fucking mere weeks after knowing each other, you put a baby in this chick.
Yeah.
Within a year or so of who?
This whole story is a grand total of like 18 to 24 months. And that's being generous. So I can't say that I'm shocked that she left him and they haven't, I think she said they obviously aren't divorced yet, but it's going to take time and all that. And I'm not surprised to have seen this coming. Even like last week or a couple of weeks ago when she posted that video talking about if you're going out to get hoes, bring back the kind I like. I was just like, I mean, if you can't beat him, join him, I guess. He out there looking for hoes, so he might as well bring back the kind that you
There's a whole bunch of you.
To, but that's just...
Poor souls committing yourself to cunnilingus, knowing good and damn well that you're not interested.
Yeah.
All because you feel like you would rather just commit yourself to being the hoe you with rather than not being with the hoe.
That's sad. Because straight girls be over here crying, pinching their nose, licking pussy like it's a battery, just upset, like, oh no, you don't want to do it, but my man is going to cheat if we don't. Girl, leave that nigga.
Newsflash, he's going to cheat on you anyway. And you just ate pussy for him. And you didn't want to.
You just ate pussy for no reason.
You didn't want to.
Now she laying here like, really, bitch? Somebody who's into this could have done it. And that would have been way better than this bullshit.
Now, if you love it, great. And I believe Cardi B loves puss.
I mean,
but I also
probably
believe that Cardi B would probably like for her child's father to stop enjoying puss without her. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like that was going to happen.
He's not going to do that. Right. And I truly don't think anybody but maybe Cardi B ever expected that to happen. So
I also think that there might be some sort of underground Fight Club-esque group for rappers where they meet maybe twice a month and discuss all of the guidelines within their brotherhood. And I feel like most of it has to do with not committing to these hoes or telling these hoes the truth. These hoes being any woman, obviously. And as long as you're bringing a bag to the table, that hoe should be quiet and grateful. Mm-hmm. I feel like T.I. might be a founder, CEO.
Oh, yeah.
Future might be like CCO.
Chris Rock is definitely the secretary.
Okay.
Yeah, he's keeping all the notes.
So I think somebody should look into that because there's a very clearly expressed sentiment from a lot of rich nigga men that if they are bringing finances or expensive goods to the table, that they should be permitted to do whatever they want, hurt your feelings, disrespect you, embarrass you in public, in private, maybe even attack your ass. And that you should be grateful for those things because of the car that he got you, that he let another bitch drive in anyway. But
Cardi has her own money.
Right.
So, I mean, I really do understand when a lot of women don't leave their cheating husband.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I get it. Because most of y'all need some help in that house. And if you leave that nigga, he's going to stop taking care of his kids. Sad but true. So you be like, man... If I leave this bitch nigga, then me and my kids is gonna struggle, and that's not right for them. I don't want them missing out on like back to school clothes and shit. Like, you sacrifice for the good of your kids, but Cardi don't have to do that. She can take care of that baby all by herself.
Yeah, but lots of women who don't. I mean, finances aren't always a cause of that particular thing. I'm just pointing out niggas, like, clearly speaking. Like, Future has been at it for, like, the past 3-4 weeks with these new captions every day where he's subbing one of his 18 baby mamas and essentially saying, bitch, if you want to shop at Target exclusively, then that's on you. I'm going to be over here at Neiman's or whatever. And it's like, first of all, Target is a beautiful thing. Secondly, nigga, like...
a lot of good stuff at Target.
I would much rather be in the Nissan than be in the ugly ass Phantom with your dirt dog ass dealing with a new bitch and a new toddler every month.
I will be in my brand new
personally
my 2018 Toyota Corolla with my piece as well.
Especially since many of y'all are sexy enough, bad enough, should be confident enough, comfortable enough to just go out and get another nigga. Rich, non-rich, trash or non-trash, you could simply leave. Like, you wouldn't be alone forever.
Well, women especially tend to just get in their feelings, and they don't want to leave these niggas because they love them or whatever. So,
and they also get pressure from men and women, family and friends and strangers to stay for the good of the family.
I mean, and honestly, leaving a nigga for cheating, why? So you can go to the next nigga so he can cheat? How many of them don't cheat?
The mascara sounded better already.
So like, I'm not saying that I don't understand why y'all stay, and I also don't even really care why y'all stay. Yeah. I just know that finances are a huge part of the reason why so many people stay in relationships that they don't really want to be in, and Cardi B does not have that particular issue, especially now. So if she wants to move her baby into some big ass house, she wants to leave Atlanta and come back up north, I really don't know what she plans on doing, but she can do all that without worrying about whether that nigga is going to pay his child support on time. So good for her. And then she put up a picture of the baby, which made me so happy because Culture is just so cute. My God.
Yeah, she is pretty fucking adorable.
Oh my God. It's like, impregnate me right now. Alrighty. I want one real bad.
Okay.
She's just so cute. God damn.
Well, happy times are here again for you, Cardi. Hopefully. Keep up the good work. And may this lead you...
I really want to know how this ends.
To freedom.
Really? To freedom? I hate you.
That's it for today. This has been Hot Tops, Children of Bottom and Bone, and we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and do some more stuff.
When it comes to fashion and things like that, instead of buying a bunch of new stuff, you should head on over to today's sponsor, Poshmark, to shop from millions of closets across America. Poshmark is the easiest way to buy and sell fashion items. All you got to do is download the free Poshmark app to shop from tons of brands across women's, kids, and men's. You won't believe the deals you find, like Louis Vuitton bags for $300. I know I saw some real cute red bottoms on there the other day for like $7 or $8. They retail for closer to $2,000. I'm actually about to start selling on Poshmark because I have a bunch of stuff that I've bought and worn like twice and then will probably never wear again, so I need to go ahead and get rid of it. Shopping is super fast and easy for both the seller and the buyer, and it's all handled through the Poshmark app. When you see something that you want, you simply make the seller an offer so you can get items at a price that works for you. And if you're like me and you need to clean out your closet, listing on Poshmark is very easy. You just upload pictures of your stuff to the app, set a price, and then ship to the lucky buyer. You don't have to wait in line at your local thrift store, searching through all them racks to find something super cute just to leave empty-handed. And today you can get $5 off your first purchase when you enter the invite code READ5 when you sign up. Just download the Poshmark app, sign up, and enter the code READ5 for $5 off your first purchase. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you. Let's get back to the show.
Okay, we're back, and it's time for some letters and things.
Yes, it is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud. I almost said alive on the show. So remember the young lady last week, 2 weeks ago, who broke up with her boyfriend because he was like smoking in her car and being a dick about it?
Yep.
So she said, thanks you guys for the advice. I truly appreciate it. As you were going through the letter, I realized I wasn't very detailed. So to clarify, I was not his first relationship. He has been in plenty before. One of his more recent ones, which was quite toxic. For some reason, I thought if I showed him what genuine care and love looks like, he would appreciate that and reciprocate it. Girl, sorry, sis. Niggas never do that.
Yeah, no, they don't reciprocate things.
Oh, man. One of the main things that he said I was not allowed to do at his house was lay down and sleep on the couch, which was troublesome for me. Because in my black household, we lay on the couch more than we sit on it. He said he didn't want me fucking up his couches, even though we had sex on those same couches.
But
what? But I just said okay and kept it moving. I don't know. I guess Indian people don't sleep on... Oh, girl, you didn't say you was Indian. I guess Indian people don't sleep on couches. Maybe they don't. But thanks for your advice. I am missing him and his morning phone calls and his checkups throughout the day. But I am sucking it up and rolling with it because, like Kid Fury said, he would have always kept on pushing my boundaries if I let stuff slide. I noticed that he unblocked me on WhatsApp the other day, but he hasn't said anything to me since. Maybe we can be cordial at some point in the future. Thanks for the advice, and I hope you both have wonderful holidays.
Or you could just prepare yourself to never think about that nigga again.
Yeah. Or you can do that as well. I feel like that would be perfectly fine. Also, we got a lot of responses about the lady last week who said she dropped a bunch of hints about the headphones and her boyfriend got her a necklace.
Yes.
Lots of people pointed out that Christmas is in just a few weeks, so maybe he's saving the headphones for Christmas. That's a very valid point I did not consider.
Girl, don't hold your fucking breath.
Yeah, because another woman, Emily, sent in and said, my husband, whose child I am currently growing in my body... literally got me a grocery bag for my birthday last week.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Grocery bag.
No, he didn't. No, he
Sis
didn't.
should just be happy with the necklace.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
did. No,
did.
he didn't.
And she's pregnant.
Oh my God.
And she's pregnant.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, he didn't.
Probably like one of them cloth bags.
Yes. Oh my God.
Men are trash.
I would have left him.
And also,
I would have left him. Are you fucking? She was pregnant?
Yes. A grocery bag for her birthday, nigga.
I would have drove all the way to my mama's house with my mouth agape. Like, I would have left the house, mouth wide open.
Picked up the bag, put it in the car, and drove straight to my mama's house. Like, look at this shit.
Help me find a lawyer.
You pregnant?
To get this divorce.
Oh my God. What is wrong with men? A fucking grocery like here's for when you go out and buy all my food.
Yeah,
cook for me every day. Here
you go.
Here's a nice little eco-friendly bag, so Whole Foods don't charge you 5 cents a bag or whatever.
Why didn't he just buy her a mop?
Slap you.
He should just buy her some latex gloves too to go with it.
Oh God! All right.
Wow.
Thank you everybody who has sent in updates and that sort of thing.
What a Fred Flintstone ass gift.
Right? Isn't that a mess?
That's just so stupid.
So our first question this week, I need a name for a black man, a straight one.
Jebediah.
Jebediah says, I'm a black man who grew up in poverty, but somehow managed to work my ass off and go to a top 15 university.
Sounds like a job.
I graduated recently making a healthy 6 figures with no student debt. I take care of my parents and all that good shit. The only issue is that up until my sophomore year, all my friends knew that I dated everyone except white women who are forever undateable. But I tended to primarily date black women. Now I only date Latina and Asian women because, once again, no to white women, and now I'm too embarrassed to date a black woman.
Wait, okay.
This is because the first time I slept with a black woman, she saw my dick and said, I guess, after a sigh.
I'm going home.
This was so embarrassing, and I'll never forget her face when she said that. My dick is a bit over 7 inches and has average thickness. I know that's not small, but I also know black men are stereotyped to have big dicks, and maybe I'm small for a black guy. I texted that girl about her I guess statement, and she just said she has a 9+ inch or hella thick criteria that she assumed black men need. She told me most black women will expect this, so I should figure out how to compensate for my smaller size. I later told her, let me tell you what happened to my friend joke to my other black friends, and they laughed a little too hard. So I was like, okay, wow, maybe that girl is telling the truth, and I am small.
No, it's just hilarious, sis. That's just really fucked up and funny.
I am not trying to promote any of that Asian or Latina women are better bullshit that stupid people think, but none of them seem to have any problem with my size. So I decided instead of embarrassing myself and disappointing black women, I'll just spare them the trouble and not be with them. Now my friends are making jokes that I'm starting to look like that typical black sellout who doesn't date black women after he made it out the hood. How can I explain I still love black women and find them attractive? It's just that one left a damaging scar on how I see myself sexually and told me I'm too small for black women. Thanks always, Jebediah.
Jeb, so what to do when you've
what a conundrum.
Dated a size queen?
7 inches sounds just fine to me.
I mean,
it does.
Of course
Sorry.
It does.
It does. It sounds fine. 9. Good God.
There are a lot of black men who are walking around sort of perpetuating that idea that niggas just have monsters because a lot of niggas.
Because y'all act like dick size is tied to manhood and manliness.
I guess. Here's the thing. So I get feeling like embarrassed, emasculated, whatever, by this girl saying that she didn't have. Where's the beef? She was upset. But, you saying that one experience with this one girl has now led you to only date this one race, I think that's small-minded. Because, I'm sorry, I didn't. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, you ain't shit. I would have never thought that a 7-inch penis would be considered small. Maybe thoroughly average, but not small.
I don't know. Maybe for like a black guy. I don't know. Like, listen, not
all black men cannot possibly have thick penises.
That's not facts.
Right.
It's
it just can't
not.
Be.
It isn't. But I don't think that you were dating or sleeping with someone who was very outspoken about what it is that she wants.
That was rude.
And yeah, I mean, the way she handled it was rude.
That was fucked up.
It was pretty. I love her though. Like,
you ain't shit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really love that she did that.
Not I guess.
Hey.
God damn.
I'm so sorry, but that was pretty awesome. Either way though, like, don't feel like there's anything wrong. 7 inches, average girth. You can do lots with that if you know what you're doing. Science says it.
Yeah.
What? And again, you can also make up for what you may be missing in peen with other things. Hopefully you are doing other things.
Yeah.
Please don't be one of them niggas who ain't.
If you know how to use your mouth and hands, you can make a lot of things happen. You
know the zones.
Yes.
Know the areas, the hot spots.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to always be about size. However, it sounds like it was for that particular lady. And now you know. But to just say you're not going to date any black women,
right,
or you're afraid to date black women, or you don't want to date black women because you dated a black girl who told you that your dick was satisfactory, I guess.
At best.
Yeah, that's not really going to bode well for you in conversation with anybody. Like, I don't, and I also understand your friends laughing at you and then also being like, but no, like I get how you feel like, well, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? But it was funny, and also you still kind of going about this incorrectly, in my opinion. I still think, date whoever you want to date for whatever reasons. Don't be ignorant about it, obviously. But, yeah, I wouldn't. I just think that turning your entire back to black women because you had that one experience with a woman is silly, and it's not going to sound smart to anybody with sense.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. You can feel however you want to about that one experience, because it was fucked up for her to look at your genitals and be like, I guess. Because if a nigga did that to me, I would be like, I guess you can get your ass up and go on home then, if that's how you feel about it.
Wow.
Don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. That was fucked up.
I am inspired. Like,
you are truly awful.
That's just so
you are
mean.
really terrible.
That's just...
But that is not a reason to be like, I will no longer date women of my own race.
Right?
That just doesn't make sense.
Because, honey, it's a lot of black women out here getting, dick down by average at best
or small
dick.
Yeah.
Or small dick.
Right.
And going about their day like it's nothing.
Yeah. And probably even having a good time with a lot of it. Just having a big dick don't mean you can fuck.
So many women these days are just programmed to do to take the piss.
Shit.
They can get
just stop. You got to work through the hurt of what that woman did to you, because that's a real thing to. Like,
I get it.
Yeah, that is a hurtful thing. Yeah. So work through that, but that is not a reason to write off all black women. It's a reason to write off that black woman.
There's no reason that she should have minimized you like that.
Really? Minimized?
I did that one on purpose.
No, you do them all on purpose.
No, the first I did.
You said small-minded.
No, it was small-minded. I mean...
Oh, you did it on purpose. But anyway, I really believe you did. But that's fine.
Good luck. Keep dating those black girls, honey.
Yeah, you... And you love it.
However it makes you feel.
All right.
Big.
Are you?
In spirit.
Any more?
No. What else?
Okay.
More letters.
All right. Next question comes from Marcy, who says, I have a best friend who is married and is currently 6 months pregnant. She also has 2 children from a previous relationship. The problem I'm having with her is that she is always asking somebody else to watch her kids, me included. Just a little background on her and her situation. Her husband is not a U.S. citizen and lives in Jamaica. She paid to fly there to marry him. Not this laugh.
Oh, girl.
She paid for the documentation to try to get him over to the U.S., but after his immigration interview, he was denied a visa because he has a criminal record, and neither one of them can afford an immigration lawyer.
A Jamaican criminal, sis.
I have asked her if he'll be sending money to help with this child, and her answer was he can't afford to send anything over here from Jamaica.
That's probably true.
It probably is true.
Yeah.
She also spends her money on stupid things that are not necessary instead of proper childcare. Not only that, but one of the kids has been held back, which makes no sense because she is really smart and the other child's grades are starting to slip. I don't mind watching the kids occasionally, but she is asking at least once a week, and it is always last minute. Also, the kids are with the grandparents more than they are with her. My question is, how do I tell her that she needs to focus more on her children? I think they are just an afterthought to her, and her main focus is on this new child and his or her father. Should I just keep my mouth shut? Love you both, Marcy.
All right, Marcy. Shout out to Jay-Z's birthday, Hove Day, Marcy Projects, gang.
Beautiful. It was beautiful. What a tribute.
So here's the thing. I don't know that I am about to give like good or bad advice. I just can only say what I think I would do, which is mind my business. What is my business is the fact that you're asking me to do you a huge favor, which is watch your offspring. And a lot of the times you're asking me in inconvenient ways or inconvenient times. And that should be adjusted. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch your fucking kids every week. And that is a separate conversation that could be had. But at the very least, if she's going to be watching, she's going to be asking anybody to be watching her kids, she could do it in a way that is responsible and respectful to people's time and everything like that. As far as like the kids' grades and they daddy and their grandparents and all that stuff, I'll honestly keep my fucking mouth shut because it's not my business. If you're not like harming these kids, if you're not, putting them in any kind of danger or abuse or anything like that, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable questioning moms and their parenting unless you're like very blatantly awful, I don't know.
I feel like I've kind of been in this situation before. Like
what did you do?
I have been the friend who was constantly called to come take care of or watch my friend's baby because she wanted to go do some hood rat shit like stalk her baby daddy or...
Thankfully, people know better. Don't nobody ask me to
or
watch.
Or take her tax refund check and go spend it on that nigga so he can have a PlayStation and some new shoes. I have been that friend to watch your baby while you go do that sort of dumb shit before. So I feel for you, Marcy, as the friend in this situation. But there's like a fine line between being a good friend and being a bitch who can't mind her own business.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if she's getting on your nerves that bad, you can just not agree to watch the kids. Now, that's fucked up for the kids because God only knows who she's going to ask next after that. Or, you know, heaven forbid, she just leaves them at home and goes to do whatever it is she wants to do anyway.
Can't ask the daddy.
I agree with you that it sounds like she's more interested. Well, I wouldn't say interested. It sounds like she's like a lot of women who feels like, especially if she's working on baby number 3 now and she's not married, she probably really feels like, oh, I got to get married. I got to get a man. I have to have a man. Like other 2 kids, daddy or daddies didn't work out. And this one, it just has to. But, you know, the nigga's in Jamaica and now he can't come to the U.S. and it's like all extra complicated. That's plenty of stress for her to deal with. And she's pregnant on top of that. So it's like, if I were you, I would not add to that by being like, well, bitch, let's talk about why your kids are with their parents more than with you. Because... I mean, if you're not going to offer to take the kids, then it's kind of like, well, girl, how about you mind your fucking business? Everybody needs help, especially parents. And you really cannot do it alone without like millions and millions of dollars.
Takes a whole village.
And even then, you got to use that money to hire a village. Like you just can't do it by yourself.
Right.
So if you're not offering to take these kids in, I would leave her alone on that.
Yeah.
The next time she asks you to watch her babies.
And like you said, I agree that she has that right.
Yeah, you have the right to say, girl, I'm not watching them kids. You need to stay the fuck at home and quit chasing around that Jamaican criminal nigga who can't never come to the U.S. no fucking way. And focus on what you're going to do now that you got 2 kids who are school age and another one on the way.
Look, Shatas, it's done. We're done with Shatas. Okay? All of this fucking belly shit that you're doing, we're not doing that, okay?
And once a week is a lot to be asked to watch somebody's kids with no notice. It is.
Yeah.
Now, I probably was, judging off the past, I did say yes, almost always, because I wanted the best for that baby.
That's what I'm saying. That has to be, like, incredibly difficult to say no to.
It is. It's very hard to tell somebody, no, I will not watch your kids.
Right.
It's very difficult to, no matter what stupid reason she has for needing somebody to watch her kids. Right. It's just very hard to be like, because you know them kids. Like, you fuck with them kids. You and them kids is cool. So you don't want to do them like that. But sometimes parents are trifling or a mess, and it just gets to the point where you can't handle it no more. And you have to tell your friend about herself and be like, look, girl, you keep getting in these situations and you can't keep asking me to get you out of them. Like, I am not the one who fucked you and got you pregnant. And, you know, now you dealing with these. Like, these are not my children.
That feels like something where, like, a conversation it feels like you want to have will... Like, the time for it will present itself.
Hopefully.
You know, without you having to step to her and be like, look, bitch, you need to get your shit together, bitch. Like, I feel like at some point, whether she comes to you or something is said, like, I feel like you'll have an opportunity in a proper and respectful way to be like, girl, your priorities are a little scattered and we need to work on that shit, sis, for the betterment of you and them kids. But to be like, look, girl, I'm tired of watching these motherfuckers every time you want to go and hit up Forever 21, bitch. Like, I don't have time for this shit. And you always asking me last minute. You know. Yeah, because, I mean, tone and delivery are everything when you're trying to talk to somebody about something sensitive. And she is pregnant. Yeah. So. Everything's sensitive. You know, right. Everything's on 100,000 trillion over there right now. So I don't know that you can ever have this conversation in a way that's not going to hurt her feelings. Maybe the next time she come crying to you about immigration, not letting her man come be with her or whatever, you could be like, well, look, girl, that's really fucked up. However, this is all this ackee down in that motherfucking island by myself. I don't even want to make festival. However, these are the facts right now. This is what reality is right now for you. So let's figure out, like, what is going to work best for you and your kids. Yes. Maybe they need to move back in with her parents so that she has live-in help with the babies. Or maybe that's not an option. I don't know. Yeah. But something, because what she planned on with this Jamaican boyfriend, husband, not sure, baby daddy, what he may be, is clearly not finna pan out. At least not no time soon. Yeah. So it's time for her to have a fresh dose of reality and maybe stop focusing so much on relationships and focusing more on, you know, her work and her life and her growth and development and her kids. Or move to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. Or just pack up your whole life and move to Jamaica. For a nigga who probably ain't got shit down there either.
I mean...
Probably don't. I don't know how the Jamaican criminal justice system works. I don't know.
Not well.
Okay. I don't know if it's a bunch of black men being unfairly convicted like it is here. I don't know if it works like that.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, you know.
Definitely not the same numbers, but.
Right. And depending on, he has a criminal past. It must be pretty bad if he can't come to America. But then maybe they just say whatever criminal activity you have, you can't come to America.
No clue.
Not
but I know
familiar
niggas
with
on that motherfucking island will chop your fucking arm off because you cheated at Domino's or something.
See? So
anything's
yeah, I
possible.
feel like packing up and moving to Jamaica is not a smart idea at all. Not even a little bit.
And he probably still won't watch them kids.
Right. You gonna move to Jamaica so you can still be a single parent? In Jamaica? Instead of being one at home with your own family and friends nearby.
Trying to shape this dumpling and you just don't even know what the fuck your life is anymore.
So if it's really bothering you, you know, you can say, girl, I'm not watching them kids and I feel like you and I need to have a conversation. But if I were you, I would not do that. I would wait for her to come to me complaining about this nigga to be like, okay, I love you as a friend and I'm saying this as a friend.
Maybe bite that bullet until she has this next baby.
Right. Because just from the pregnancy, you have to remember, we don't want to stress her out because stress on her is stress on the fetus. And we don't want that.
That fetus ain't do nothing to nobody.
Right. That baby just, you know, ain't even got here yet. Yeah. Just in there trying to marinate and develop his little bones and organs.
Get a little Lawry's, some paprika.
Just trying to develop a nose and ears in this bitch. I'm not trying to have no fucking issues with you hoes.
Yep.
Okay, so I am going to, let's do one more question and then I'm going to close out with something related to the couch.
Okay.
So this letter comes from Tarana. She says, let's get right into it. I'm attending a holiday party at work hosted by our Black Community Network. We're allowed to bring plus ones to the event. However, I need help in deciding if I should bring my white boyfriend along. We're not allowed plus ones for the main holiday party, so technically this is my only plus one opportunity this year. Okay. I'm not ashamed of him being white, but should I be that person who shows up with a white man? We're around white people all day, but I'm new to this company and organization, so I don't know what the vibe is, and I'm not in the mood for side-eye, shadiness, and questions, because you know how Black people are. Let me know your thoughts, or what would you do? I have not mentioned it to him yet. Thanks. Everything is love, Tarana. So at work, she works at a massive company. She put the name of it. It is a massive company.
Okay.
And they have like a regular holiday party, and then the Black network at the job has their own holiday party.
Got it.
So at the Black party, you can bring a plus one, but she don't want to be the bitch who brings a white man to the Black Christmas party. So what should she do? Now, based off the name of the company, which if you want to look at it, I'll see there. I feel like you're not the only one with a white significant other.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Probably not the only one with a white significant other.
Yeah, probably not.
But if you feel uncomfortable and you just got at this job, I would just go by myself.
Right.
Like,
why does he have to go?
He doesn't. But this is our only chance to bring him. You know, I guess she really likes him. You know, and people want to share their significant others.
But the holidays is like there's so many reasons to leave the house and go do holiday shit in the next couple of weeks. Like, you don't need to. If I felt this way about it, like that strongly, I just wouldn't bring him, because you can take him to a million things, you know, this holiday season or whatever. And next year is a whole nother year. But you really gonna gag when you get to that motherfucking party and 2 or 3 of your coworkers got some white motherfuckers in there with them too. Yeah. And you gonna feel goofy because that nigga didn't come with you. Yeah. So like you just said, Crystal, like I wouldn't be surprised if you're not the only Black person who works there who either would have a white plus one, or who is dating someone or whatever that is white, where it wouldn't even be that big of a deal if you did decide to bring them. But I also don't think it should be a big deal if he stay his ass at home or just don't come.
Especially because apparently you're pretty new to this company. This is your first holiday party.
I'd leave his ass right at the crib. Why
not? He ain't got to go. Like, and I am a firm believer in keeping coworkers and real life separate from each other as much as possible.
Let freedom ring. Let me tell you something. Yes, please.
As much, I can count on like one hand the number of real life friends I make at every job. Like, it is small.
Look, no.
It is small.
I'd rather bring like one of my best friends or cousin or somebody that I know I can drink and cut up with.
Right. Yeah, for
especially
real.
if I feel that way. Like, oh no, how they're gonna feel.
If you can bring bring a friend, bring somebody who works maybe in a similar industry at a different company, or somebody who ain't gonna get to go to a real fun ass Christmas party because y'all probably gonna have. I mean, this is a big ass company. Y'all probably gonna have open bar and good shrimps and shit.
Look, I was about to
all kind of good shit.
All the lobster tails you can eat.
Nigga, when I worked at MTV, that holiday party, I made sure I went. You got me fucked. Oh, I'm going. Yeah, here go my Viacom badge right here, ho. Yes.
I would have been on some Sophia Petrillo. I would have been putting all the wings in my purse.
Do you think we didn't?
And a full silverware set.
Big ass companies like that go all out. They spend money. Like, bitch, yes, hell yes. Hard as I work, I'm finna go enjoy this. So I would just go alone if you feel that much stress about it, girl. But it's probably not gonna be that big of a deal.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal either way.
But then also say no to coworkers. Shout out to
XD. But yeah, again, in situations like that though, where your day to day is surrounded by caucasity, and you probably work underneath lots of white people who don't give I appreciate and I get why companies, especially companies like that, have those black networks. Mm-hmm. So I get it, and I know that also adds to a lot of your feeling of, should I leave my white boyfriend at the house?
Like, damn, this is our one black space. You know, everybody else is. But, I mean, also, the white people that they bringing are not the white coworkers that y'all have to sit around all day and maybe hold your tongue.
I really don't think you're going to care. I think you're going to see so many other white people out there that are somebody else's plus one, and then you're going to feel goofy because you left Chad at the house.
But, oh well, still have fun. He'd be all right.
White
people get to go to parties all the time.
I'm getting fucked up any way it goes. I'm so glad to have a job.
Okay. Oh, bitch, and it's time for the party. Oh, so we partying. All right. Amen. Show them.
Pass the drinks.
All right. So this week we have a question from Carmen, who the subject line says, how to enjoy good things. So the letter reads...
I could use.
Yeah. Hi, Kefir and Crystal. Lately, I've been having a lot of good things happening in my life. Everything I've been working for over the past few years is finally paying off, and I have a better job, better family situation, etc. But with all of these good things happening, my anxiety has been through the roof. I've been in constant fear of drastic, awful things happening ever since my life turned around. How did you guys begin to accept and enjoy the good things in life that you deserve and actually live in the moment without constantly worrying? Thanks and love you guys. Forgot the fake name I gave her.
Oh, shit.
Was it Carmen?
Yes, I think
Carmen.
Carmen?
A bitch who will be in therapy soon. Well, yes. Amen. First of all, shout out to therapy. You had to know I was going to bring it up because this is the therapy segment. But therapy is the only reason that my anxiety around my success has decreased. Because what I have been doing for the past few years is like fighting with myself over acknowledging the fact that I do not struggle the way I used to anymore. Things are not as bad as they once were. And I am happy. And I have been scared to be happy because life has knocked my ass back down so many times. And I have always felt like the problem with getting too comfortable and letting yourself be happy and enjoy life is that life is always going to come around and be like, shut up, bitch, and just slap you across the face.
All the time.
And here goes something sad and tragic that is going to make you feel bad again. So I really do get that. That is something that I have struggled with a lot. And my therapist and I have been working really intently on helping me to understand that I deserve the good things in my life and I am worthy of happiness just like everybody else is. And I don't have to live every day terrified that something terrible is going to happen to me again. And the truth of the matter is that bad things will happen to me again. Bad things happen to everybody because this is life and nobody goes through life unscathed. So things are going to hurt, traumatic events. We will lose people who are very close to us. Family and friends will pass away. People will get sick. There will be accidents. All kinds of bad things will certainly happen to us. But I feel equipped now to handle that in a way that I did not feel equipped before. Like one of my biggest worries in life, and always has been, is that my mama will pass away. Like since I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. If my mama wasn't home within 5 minutes of when she said she would be home, I would start panicking. Like somebody call the police and see if there have been any accidents reported. Let's get on the phone to the hospitals and see has something happened to mommy. Like I would stress out until my mama walked through that door again. And that has been a worry that I have carried with me through all my days. When my nephew was born, it was like he joined the club, and between the two of them, I get no rest because I am constantly worried something is going to happen to one of the two people who like own my heart the most, you know? And I realize, you know, especially now that I'm getting older, I'm 36. My mama is knocking on 65. I think she'll be, I probably shouldn't have said it. She's going to cuss me out. Anyway, so my mother is also getting older, and I am facing that reality like, yo, I'm really grown, and that really means that one day my mama not gonna be here no more. And that scares the fuck out of me and takes all the joy out of today, while also not guaranteeing that I will handle that any better when she does pass. Like, my thing, what I told my therapist was, I feel like if I'm constantly worried about it and constantly, you know, daydreaming about the worst, that means when the worst does happen, I'll be prepared to handle it, and it won't devastate me to my core like it feels like it will now. And what she had to explain to me was like, that is not how this works. All that stressing out about, you know, losing people who are close to you or whatever, wherever else your anxiety stems, all that does is rob all the joy out of today. It takes away all of the time you get to spend enjoying the fact that you are happy in life and good things are happening to you. And it does not make those losses any easier to bear. Stressing out over whether something could happen to my nephew, and then God forbid if something did happen to my nephew, all the hours I spent worrying about that are not going to make taking that loss any easier. They're just not, because that's a terrible, traumatic thing. But thanks to therapy, I now have the tools to cope with my emotions in a way that means I will be very sad, but that I will also take care of myself through that grief. And I'm going to be all right until it's my turn to pass away as well. So that has helped me a lot with my general anxiety. I've actually been smoking weed less, drinking less, you know, since the show at the Work It Festival. It's pretty loaded. But anyway, it has taken away a lot of my desire to like want to escape those anxious thoughts, because it's just kind of like I don't have a reason to really be stressed or worried. Yeah, bad things are going to happen because they happen to everybody, because this is life. So that is what has helped me a lot, to just enjoy the good things that I have right now and to feel like I deserve them and I'm worthy of them and I get to enjoy them. So what about you, friend?
I think that I'm a constant train wreck of worry and stress about those things. I've never really, I mean, those things and many other things, like anything you can honestly think of. But
right.
I've never really used I never thought like, well, worrying about this now will make it easier. In the future, I usually try to do something to distract me from that as quickly as possible. Like I just try to find something else to do or something to get high with or a video game to play or whatever form of escapism to like not have to stress out about those things. But as far as like managing anxiety about like, or like general anxiety, worrying about any old thing, I've been doing, I think, more work and practice with my psychiatrist and therapy and all of that stuff to try and find ways to manage that, because everybody's different and there isn't really like a list that you can just pass to someone else and be like, this is what you do to get over anxiety, or this is what you do to relieve stress about any one thing, because people have, you know, their different stuff. Some people, you know, they could be hit by an 18-wheeler and will be laying mangled in the street like, I'm good, like I'll be fine, you know, take me out to the hospital, put these bones back in place, I'm breathing, like I'm cool, I ain't worried about shit. Some people are, you know, they could have a hangnail and the day is shot. So
yeah, me.
People are different in things. I think that as far as like losing people or death, I just know that that's a part of life. And as hard as it is to deal with, and I still grieve people I've lost, and I know that there are people who I'm blessed to still have that I will grieve heavily, even more.
Right.
But I just know that that's a part of life, and what I do is I pray that all of the time that I'm given on earth, like every day that is added to my age, will just sort of put me in a place of maturity so that when I do deal with more and more loss throughout my life, I'm more emotionally equipped for it.
Yes.
I just can't expect that I'm going to lose anybody at any point in my life that I love, and then I'm going to be like, I'm good, like, I'm going to go to this funeral and be strong for everybody. I'm the first bitch that'll fall out on the ground and roll around. So that's just, I know that about me, but I'm just praying that as I get older and I experience more things and I see more things every single day. I'm 31, and every single day there's something that reminds me in one way or the next that, like, bitch, you're grown now. Like, you're older now. You're not that little 17-year-old bitch. Like, you don't choose pop culture no more. You do have to pay all of these bills, bitch. Insurance is an actual thing. So is credit. So is like, you like, there's every single day where there's something big or small, in the house, out of the house, I'm reminded, like, life is moving. And I hope with that also comes more, like I said, maturity and preparation for all kinds of major things in life, whether they're big or small, because I'm also the type of person who will not give myself too much time to enjoy things or be happy, because I'm always expecting something to come and hit you the next day, because that happens. It could be a regular ass Monday to Monday for you, or so you think, and then Thursday gets here and you get to work and find out that the whole shit is on fire and now you ain't got no job. Like, it's so quick for, like, random huge stupid things. Like, you trip getting out of a car, your fucking ankle's broken, and now you got to pay thousands of dollars. Like, all kinds of stuff happens all of the time. Any fucking thing you can think of. And I think that because I'm so I guess because I, like, observe that, and I think I know that life is that unpredictable and unfair and spontaneous, that I think it just sort of lends to this mentality of being like, look, all I can do is try the absolute best I can to get through today so that I can go to bed and then get up tomorrow and do what I got to do tomorrow. It's either that or I'm dead. And I'm not dead. And I don't, so I just gotta make. But I believe that God doesn't give you more than you can bear. I do believe that. And I believe that we're all sort of capable, if we try, to get through natural things like that happen in our life, or things that seems not so natural.
But a lot of us don't know how to cope with bad things, and that's where the anxiety comes from. Yeah. So I don't know if that's where I don't know if that's where your anxiety stems, but for me, that was a big part of it. Feeling like I can't handle it if something really bad happens, and so I am going to stress out about it nonstop. But thanks to therapy, I now feel like I can handle the shit that life is going to throw at me, because life is going to throw some shit at me. I hope that helps. If you
Therapy and, like, healthy distractions.
Yes, healthy coping mechanisms, which are very difficult to develop if you weren't, like, specifically taught them in your youth.
And who was?
Right, because most of us aren't like, man, I'm really stressed, I should go for a 5-mile run. No, we're like, I'm really stressed. Where's some purple bag Doritos and some fucking Hennessy? Yeah. So... Yes, but healthy coping mechanisms can make a world of good. I'm glad you're going to therapy soon. We really can't say enough good things about it. If you have a question for the couch or for the inbox, send those to asktheread@gmail.com, and we will be right back.
Thanks again to Talkspace for supporting today's episode of The Read. If you are having trouble fitting therapy into your everyday life and your goings on, then therapy can be as easy as sending a message to a therapist with Talkspace. You can get something off your chest whenever you need to. You can talk about everyday challenges at work or at home. You can talk about the guy or the girl that you just left, or the guy or the girl that you just want to leave. Whatever it is. There are no extra commutes, no leaving the office, and absolutely no judgment. Remember that therapy is not just about venting whatever's going on in your head, or whatever you dreamt about last night, or whatever happened to you when you were 3 in the sandbox. Sometimes it is, like we just discussed, about creating everyday strategies, mechanisms, and things in your life to just be as happy and healthy as you can, to manage stress, to manage anxiety and things like that. And who can use a little help with that, you know? So having a therapist simply provides you a designated person to talk to. The Talkspace platform has over 2,000 licensed therapists to talk to, and they are experienced in addressing life challenges that we all face. To match with a perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/read and use the code READ to get $45 off of your first month and show your support for the podcast. That's code READ, R-E-A-D, at Talkspace.com/read. Let's move on.
Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's episode of The Read. Squarespace makes it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're looking to start a new business, showcase your work, publish some content, maybe you need a website for your own podcast, selling products, whatever it is you do, Squarespace is the tool for you. They have beautiful templates created by world-class designers, and you can customize just about anything with just a few clicks, making a beautiful website for yourself. Squarespace also has a powerful e-commerce functionality so that you can sell anything online, and analytics to help you grow your site in real time, and everything is optimized for mobile right out of the box, so you don't have to do any patches or upgrades. Squarespace handles all of that for you, and they have 24/7 award-winning customer support. Squarespace empowers millions of people, from designers to lawyers, artists and gamers, even businesses, restaurants, gyms, to turn great ideas into something real. So head on over to squarespace.com/read for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a site or domain. That's squarespace.com/read, offer code READ. Build something great with Squarespace and The Read, and let's wrap up the show.
Okay, so we're back. It's time for The Read.
It is.
So I just have 3 quick things that I would like to say. Well, I wouldn't say quick. I don't know how long it's supposed to take. But whatever. I have 3 of the things.
How you are.
3 things. So, first things first, PETA. Oh, girl.
Oh, my God. This was my read as well.
Okay.
So fantastic.
Well, PETA...
These crackers.
It's just so stupid.
Oh, the whitest shit.
So yesterday, PETA, who honestly has been a meme of itself probably for the past, I don't know. But they sent out a tweet with a whole chart. It says, here's the caption, words matter. And as our understanding of social justice evolves.
Social justice.
And as our understanding of social justice evolves, our language evolves along with it. Speak for your own language. Here's how to remove speciesism from your daily conversations.
A very important topic.
My God.
Speciesism.
So here we have the little graphic that they created that also has their logo on it. They should not. I would have never claimed this. It says... So stop using anti-animal language. And then it has a whole red side here that says instead of, and on the other side is green, which says say. So here, let's read some.
Okay.
If you're wondering what anti-animal language is, here you go, some examples. Instead of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, say feed 2 birds with 1 scone.
Oh, how precious.
Instead of be the guinea pig, say be the test tube. Instead of beat a dead horse, feed a fed horse.
Why would you feed a fed horse?
If the horse is fed,
why would you feed it again?
It doesn't need feed.
Don't you feed a hungry horse?
Right.
I guess that's not cute.
That don't even make no fucking sense.
Right.
Are you just trying to rhyme?
You just wanted it to rhyme? That's dumb.
Instead of bring home the bacon, bring home the bagels.
And get slapped. If I wanted bacon, bagels are not a substitute.
First of all, I have a gluten deficiency. Secondly, gluten-free bagels are disgusting. And what if I just don't want no bagel?
That sounds like an abomination.
Like, it really shouldn't exist.
Oh, gross.
Why do you...
No, I'm sorry. Bagels need gluten in order to be good.
Many things
science.
do.
It's fucking science.
Many things do.
You can gluten-free a lot of that shit. Mm-hmm. But bagels ain't it.
Bagels, muffins, cookies.
They need that chewy bullshit and gluten. Mm-hmm. Sorry, girl. You a fucking lie.
Instead of take the bull by the horns, take the flower by the thorns. Again, why would I grab a flower?
I mean, and taking a bull by the horns means like taking charge. What are you doing by grabbing a flower by the thorns? It's not, you don't, okay, girl, sure. So, I like to say, it has
10,900 retweets. So literally over 10,000 people surely told PETA that they were out of their motherfucking
Absolutely
mind.
did. Had to have.
They continued in this thread with another tweet.
I'm just going to stop you right there. This first one, like, I felt like it was white as hell and dumb as fuck.
Oh, so many parts of it.
But just 100% up PETA's alley. Like, I was not offended. I was like, look at this white nonsense.
Yeah.
It was this next tweet that made me be like, all right.
Right. The first one was...
Let's just fight.
Was like... Okay, let's again laugh at PETA being stupid because this is so white and dumb.
This is so white.
Nobody is ever going to say any of these things. This sounds something like that a plucky 6-year-old would say in a child's animated comedy.
Yes, some little one-liner for the smart mouth kid in your family Christmas movie.
Who the fuck is about to say, bring home the bagels?
Bitch. Take the flower by the thorns. People are going to look at you like you're out of your goddamn mind.
You got to free 2 birds with 1 scone.
And then when you tell them that you're not doing it because of speciesism, aren't flowers a species as well? Like, aren't plants don't they have species as well?
I will never speak to you again.
Oh my God. PETA is just white people are just...
This is dumb. Dumb.
White people, they really be glorifying plants and the speciesism. But like,
And first of all
living things are grouped into species.
When you say that someone is beating a dead horse, there's almost never a horse involved. Much like all of these other sayings.
These are just...
don't have anything to do with these animals.
Yeah, it doesn't actually mean killing 2 birds with 1 rock, girl. Like, we're not actually going outside and throwing... I mean, but they have to know this. Like, are we offending the birds? Are birds mad?
So they followed this up with a tweet after getting dragged that says, just as it became unacceptable to use racist, homophobic, or ableist language, phrases that trivialize cruelty to animals will vanish as more people begin to appreciate animals for who they are and start bringing home the bagels instead of the bacon. We're never going to do that, PETA. We're never going to do that. Not only am I never going to say any of these things, I'm going to continue to eat meat, and I'm going to continue to troll y'all on National Chicken Wing Day because I know how much y'all hate it.
Yeah, they get mad. They really be like, or you could just get some cauliflower instead. Like, I don't have a problem with saucy cauliflower bites, but those are not chicken wings.
I want a chicken wing.
If I want flesh on a bone, that's what I'm going to have.
I'm going to keep doing it.
Yes, PETA's not going to stop me. But girl, first of all, unacceptable to use racist, homophobic, or ableist language? Bitch, where? Where is it unacceptable to use this language? Have you seen the President of the United States? He talks like this all the time, and people love it. People vote for...
Yeah. They vote for him because of it.
It's not unacceptable to say those things. It isn't. It's very acceptable. People do it all the time.
Make nigger cool again!
And you don't get in trouble for it.
Nope.
Like, people don't, they very rarely are actually punished for these
Rick
things.
Ross just called me a faggot on Meek Mill's album last week.
Oh my God. Right. So first of all, you're wrong. These things aren't acceptable.
Yep.
But then phrases that trivialize cruelty to animals?
Don't beat a dead horse.
Trivialize cruelty to animals.
Because they beat horses when they're dead.
I mean, I don't think they understand, like, these are merely like euphemisms. These are just sayings.
Yeah.
People aren't actually going out and doing these things. And which is the exact opposite of what happens when people use racist, homophobic, and ableist language. They are out
1000%.
there being racist to other humans and being homophobic to other humans. Like this. It happens, girl. Like, the language reflects the actions. We're not actually going outside picking up rocks like, hey, nigga, how many birds you think I could take out with this one?
Yeah.
With this, like, it doesn't work like that, you stupid bitch.
I was thinking about when I could possibly visit a ranch just so I could approach one of the many horses they're sure to have and say, hey, I don't want to beat a dead horse. Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding? Pigs are not going to walk up to me if I say that I'm bringing home the bacon and be like, bitch, what the fuck did you just say, my nigga? I'll beat your motherfucking ass out here. Disrespect swine again, bitch. Like, this doesn't, whoa.
Man.
So so dumb. To even bring race in it, to bring a homophobia or ableism in this already... Like, do you know that you didn't have a point to begin with?
Woo!
Like, you don't even have anything to argue about. So to bring and compare this foolishness,
which is what it is,
to homophobia, racism, or ableism is in itself racist, homophobic, ableist, and all of the things. Why would you even compare those things?
Real problems that real human beings face. Like, PETA wants us to treat animals as though they are human beings, and I simply will not do it.
Look.
I just won't. Eating plants does not make you inherently a better person than people who eat animals. It just doesn't. Too many people do not have the time or the money or the ability to live
or the fucking desire
or the bodies to sustain a diet without meat. Sorry, girl. It doesn't work that way. We don't live in a world where everybody has complete access to all the foods that they need for their body to work and feel its best. We do not live in that world. And you are not better than anybody else because you don't eat meat.
Furthermore, even if you are someone who believes in like rights for animals and you're against cruelty towards animals, because to me, in a way, I feel like I am. I eat meat because it's good and I've always have.
Right.
And it doesn't bother me, but I'm not someone who's like, oh, I don't care what happens to the chinchillas when
I was so mad at Michael Vick.
Like, right.
I was so mad.
So but this again is dumb. You telling me to say take the flower by the thorns rather than take the bull by the horns when no bull is involved. No bull. And then when I tell you that that's dumb, you respond by saying, well, we can't say nigger and we can't say faggot and we can't say retarded.
Well, what the fuck do that have to do with?
First of all, people say it every fucking day.
Yes.
Secondly, what the fuck does that have to do with this? You act like somebody who says be the guinea pig is literally going to PetSmart and setting fire to the shit and watching the guinea pigs fry. I'm so lost. This is dumb.
This is anti-animal language. It's speciest. And I won't stand for it.
Like when we were in St. Lucia and we were on that fucking boat.
Okay.
And them niggas on that boat caught that fish.
I had a good time on that boat. Oh yeah.
They caught when we were
Oh, you wasn't
the man who like own and operate that yacht that we were on. For whatever reason, decided that, they saw this huge fish. Couldn't tell you. Looked like a sailfish or something. Whatever. It was a big old fish. And they saw it and decided to reel it in and catch it. And I was over it before the nigga got on the boat. When it was in the ocean, I was like, leave it. Like, I don't want any fish. I don't need any fish. Like, why is this happening? And then, so they caught the fish. It was big as this damn table, damn near.
Right.
And I'm like, great. And I urged them to throw the fish back into the ocean, and they didn't. And I watched it die. Yeah. And I was very upset by it. Because
you were very upset.
I was so upset. Like, I didn't like it, period, at all. Like, I get love for animals. I get wanting to see animals be treated humanely and that sort of thing. And I even understand where a lot of animal rights activists come from and a lot of the things that they're saying. But this, much like a lot of the shit that PETA, like if I were a real animal rights activist, I would hate PETA. I would hate them.
I feel like most vegans are like, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, making it so much worse for us out here. We're just trying to be out here.
This is stupid.
With our plant-based existence, and you keep fucking it up.
This is stupid.
It is. It's really dumb. It's really bad.
Oh.
Y'all have all this energy for, the dead horses that are being beaten and the birds being killed by one stone and the bull and the horns. And none of this energy for the migrant workers who pick all the fruits and vegetables that y'all depend on and act like are so much better than anything else. Like, even in this pursuit of animal rights, you forget that you're like, that does not mean that being vegan or vegetarian does not make you like a better person. Somebody is still out there suffering so that you can have your food. Like, y'all are also not on some big plot of land growing everything you eat yourself, and like nothing you do is without consequence across this world. But they act like they are superior human beings because they don't eat meat or consume animal products. It's just not the case.
I mean, I don't know. It feels like, well, fuck human beings and their rights.
Yeah.
Because they're all monstrous and millions of chickens die for the Super Bowl every year or whatever else.
And
it's
y'all
like,
going to tweet that every year. And every year we're going to have a trough of chicken wings.
Like, it's still going to happen. And I understand where you're coming from and all that shit, my nigga. But even with that, the lives of those dead Super Bowl chickens has nothing to do with these words.
No,
this shit is so irrelevant to what PETA should be about.
Yes.
So completely irrelevant.
Make it about the chickens. Make it about their conditions. Make it about, what they're being fed. Make it about, no, I don't think that chickens should be like held in captivity and have this terrible existence. But I'm still gonna eat them niggas. And I'm not scared of the process of eating them niggas either. Like, it doesn't necessarily, like, scream me out or make me feel like, I'm uncomfortable with that. But, like, girl.
There's just so many valid and sensible points that you can make on the side of animal rights that this whole graph, chart, whatever the fuck this shit is supposed to be, this was already so fucking dumb that the nerve of you to follow it up talking about it just as it's become unacceptable to use all of these other things. Who could possibly be working for PETA right now?
I don't know, but they just keep being wrong. Like, I saw that tweet and I was like, let me just go right on ahead and log off because there's not going to be anything to redeem this day on
my
the
nigga,
internet.
if you want to tongue kiss an alpaca because that's how, like, you do,
that's how you feel.
Good for you. I think animals are beautiful. I love animals myself. It's just, I'm going to keep eating meat because I want to. And I'm all for learning the ways that I'm ignorant, learning the ways that I'm unhealthy, or learning the ways that the food that I'm eating or the animals that I'm eating, how they are raised, processed. So I'm all for that.
That stuff does matter.
But for the 15th time, I want to say that this is so fucking stupid. This is stupid.
To compare that to real language that is really used to dehumanize real people is so fucking white of y'all. They're just so fucking white.
Like, I saw real human beings in cages this year, my nigga.
Like, actual real live children. I don't want to hear it.
Sleeping underneath aluminum foil.
Who will never see their parents again, bitch. I don't want to hear this.
Who also have racist homophobic. Like, I'm. Do you, girls? So the only other things I wanted to say was quickly to Maury, to the Maury Povich show. I don't know who works for y'all interning or social media or whatever, but please get them niggas because, like, I'm so tired of seeing Maury's white face randomly pop up underneath every single nigga baby father drama that happens on Instagram these days. Maury be jumping to every lie detector test, every DNA test. Whenever one of these rappers, Future done had a new baby, got somebody pregnant, an athlete that cheated on their wife or whatever, here comes Maury talking about come on the show. You know these niggas are not going on your fucking show. You know that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were not about to have a Maury lie detector test. I get it, but Maury, I know that you don't know who Alexis Sky is. I know that you don't. And I would just ask that whoever it is in your offices that are doing these things, at least be ratchet with the white celebrities too.
That's all we ask.
Or not at all.
I understand that activity is like social media branding. People do that.
Yeah. But
like, just be equal with it. Don't just come to niggas. Don't just post up in the shade room.
It's so obvious that your social media people are niggas. Like, because I never... Anyway, last but not least, I heard that the Avengers 4 trailer was delayed because of George old Bush's funeral. And if that's true, I just wanted to take this time out to say that I don't personally give a fuck about any of that. I don't care about the funeral or him not being here no more. Woo! I respect everybody's feelings and sentiments. But what I would really like to see is how T'Challa and them out to get back. I really would like to see how they're wrapping up this Thanos era. I would really like to see the trailer that I've been waiting to see since I watched Avengers, March? Whenever that shit came out?
Oh, damn, that was this year.
So wow. Delaying that shit for this old awful white man's funeral, I don't know why we had to do that. I mean, I do, but fuck that. I want to see the trailer.
A trailer should came out anyway. And that reminds me, I was so pissed when I checked the mailbox today and did not have any mail because USPS did not deliver today because of that fucking funeral.
What?
Yes. Go home and check your mailbox. It ain't shit in there because there was no fucking mail delivery today for that fucking funeral.
Oh.
I said, what? One
you can do that?
Drops dead, and now we're not getting no fucking mail?
I have packages today.
Right. It's fucking Christmas in 2 weeks. Like, what do you mean ain't no mail? Oh, my God. I was irate.
Bitch, I didn't even know about that shit.
I totally forgot.
That would have been it instead of the fucking Avengers trailer, but fuck all of that shit. All of the above. What the fuck?
No mail today, nigga. I was like, I know getting damn well I was supposed to have at least 2 packages coming from USPS today. Let me check the... And then as soon as I looked it up, mail delivery severely limited for George H. If you don't... That racist ass cracker, who cares?
If you don't put some fertilizer on that nigga and get this shit moving, what the fuck are you talking about?
What have to do with the rest of us? The rest of us. Imagine how many people had checks that were supposed to come in the mail today, other important shit. Who knows?
USPS.
Yes. The United States Postal Service. You can look it up. You probably, I can almost say with almost 100% certainty, did not get no mail today because of that white man's funeral.
Girl.
Yes, I'm not playing with you. And then for Donald Trump and his ugly ass wife to walk in there the way they did and actually shake hand. Oh, God, I was disgusted. Shout out to Hillary Clinton for not even looking in that bitch's direction.
Oh, my God.
Michelle Obama...
USPS.
I don't have that kind of dignity. I would have not been able to sit there next to that man after all the shit that he and his wife have said about her and her husband.
It would have taken everything for me not to spit at their feet.
I would have been like, I thought I wasn't born in the US. What happened? Like, let's just start there. Let's just start with where our beef began.
Yeah.
Didn't you? The whole birthing movement? That was on you, bitch. But yeah, anyway, no mail today because of George H.W. Bush's
honor President George H.W. Bush.
Honor.
There will be no regular mail delivery and package delivery will be limited.
Yeah.
For this dead white man.
No fucking mail.
Super old dead white man by that.
Right.
Nobody assassinated him. Like, nobody came in like...
1924. It was time. It was time. What was he, 6 years away from 100? Bitch, what? If y'all don't let that man turn to dust and get back the fuck out here with my shit.
Just put him in the dirt, girl.
Girl.
Are you kidding me?
Girl. I do not care, girl. Shit. That was so fucking annoying.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well.
All right.
That's all I had.
Okay, well, that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out at thisistheread.com and on social media at thisistheread. Thank you to Denver for coming out to our show last week. Seattle, we will see you this weekend. Tickets are at thereadlive.com. And then Miami, you guys are up the weekend after that. And
then that's it for the year. Let us know where we need to come next for, future stuff.
If we get back on planes again.
Yeah.
We may not ever, but that's definitely it till the anniversary show in February. You have any news this week, friend? I'm trying to think. Do I have something to say? I probably should have. Well, if we're talking about personal achievements, I now have 548 Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild, and I feel like I'm going to beat the game probably by February.
Oh, that actually does remind me of something I wanted to say. Super Smash Brothers comes out on Friday. I'm excited about that because, again, I'm Jaden Smith's age inside. Actually, a little bit younger. Jaden Smith probably grown almost.
Oh yeah.
So I had I have a thought of mine that I want to do like a tourney. I kind of want to do like a gaming tournament. Maybe we'll start with Smash Brothers and have prizes to give away and just have y'all come and get drunk and play video games and maybe have like a first, second, third prize, give it away, turn it into a thing. No. Let me know how you guys feel about those things. You just obviously don't even have to be good games or play games. If it just sounds like a fun thing to get drunk at, and possibly win things.
It does sound fun.
Let me know.
It does sound very fun.
Might do that next year at the top of the year. We'll see how we feel.
I'm into that. Amen. All right. Anything else, or are we done? Do we have an acronym this week? GHWB. That's a good one. Do you know what that is?
Let me think.
FGHWB.
Fathers getting held.
Nope.
Figueroa
Love that name. Fuck George H.W. Bush. Don't nobody care that old ass white man died. Run me my fucking mail.
Like,
God damn it.
None of us care. The nation cried out, we don't care.
We do not care. Literally, when I heard he died, I was like, I hope Trump don't get to go to the funeral so he get mad about that. And that was my only feelings about it. Same as when Barbara died. Didn't give a fuck about her either.
I didn't even think about that. That would have probably been the one feeling I'd taken out of all of it.
Yeah, that's all I was looking for.
I didn't even think about it at all until they're like, oh, you don't get to watch the Avengers trailer. And then I decided I might need to march. Like, what the fuck? Bury that old nigga and get the fuck out of here.
Woo! Amen. We will see y'all next week.